Dear guests, welcome. I would like to thank the Education Ministry that we can meet in this place today. I would also like to greet my colleagues from Konrad Adenauer Foundation. We are very happy that we are here, that you are here, the director from Tashkent for this region, for our project, and Evelyn Geiser, she extra came in from Berlin today. So we are happy that we are working here together and very good cooperation with our Kyrgyz project manager, Volodya Korotenko. We are together, working on this project on safe education for Kyrgyzstan. And I have prepared a short presentation about how we will do this project, what are our main goals. I'm sorry this is in English, but I've also been speaking to international people not from Kyrgyzstan, so I hope you will be fine with the translation. So we're a team of 10 people working on this topic. I would like to activate the slide again. And as you will already know, the project started 1st of February and will go for 2.5 years, that is until July 2019. I would like to give you an outlook of what will happen during this time, what we are targeting at. Next slide, please. The project is about safe education, so I have a little video for you to watch. The video will tell you the story of a little boy, when they find it, a little boy that goes to school and is very happy to go to school, but then he meets an environment that's not very easy to deal with.
Мы расскажем вам историю одного школьника. Его зовут Эрмек. Он хороший парень, любит ходить в школу и получать новые знания. Но вот только стул, на котором он сидит в школе, оказался слишком высоким, и Эрмек стал горбиться. Освещение в кабинете оказалось недостаточно ярким, и Эрмек стал носить очки. К тому же из окна рядом с Эрмеком дуло, и он постоянно простуживался. Поэтому мама сказала Эрмеку всегда носить шапку. Одноклассники начали смеяться над ним, и он перестал с ними дружить. Так Эрмек учился 11 лет. Он хороший парень и закончил школу с отличием. Только вот радости от этого было мало. Чтобы с нашими детьми не получилось так же, мы должны позаботиться о том, чтобы все дети учились в подготовленной и безопасной среде. Проект развития механизмов финансирования безопасности школьной образовательной среды реализуется с целью разработки и пилотирования реализации комплексного стандарта безопасности школьной образовательной среды. В перспективе эти стандарты обеспечат новое качество безопасности образовательной среды во всех образовательных организациях Кыргызстана. В рамках проекта будет проведен ряд мероприятий, круглых столов, семинаров и тренингов. Во всех регионах страны будут переоборудованы по ряду параметров 12 пилотных школ и созданы 3 центра безопасности образовательной среды в ведущих педагогических вузах. В результате в стандарте будут охвачены 3 направления обеспечения безопасности школьной среды. Экологическая безопасность. Дети должны учиться в экологически чистой среде, и ничто не должно угрожать их здоровью. Физическая безопасность подразумевает здоровье-сберегающую инфраструктуру школы, созданную для обучения детей. А нормы психологической безопасности заботятся о том, чтобы каждый школьник ощущал себя социально активной личностью и не подвергался никакому психологическому давлению. На этом сайте вы можете подробно ознакомиться со всеми этапами реализации проекта. Вместе с вами мы поможем нашим детям не только получать образование, а делать это безопасно.
So as you can see from the video, the project is financed by the European Union, and as my colleagues have already pointed out, it's very important for us Europeans that you have a safe way, you're going on a safe way, you can educate your young ones in a good way as your country goes on and develops. So this project is financed by the European Union together with Adenauer Foundation. So please, next slide. Why are we doing this and why working about safety in Kyrgyzstan? Presently, about half of Kyrgyzstan's workforce needs to travel abroad to find work. It causes hardships for families. it raises social problems, and it's not good for the sustainability of the country. Families where one or even two parents have to continuously be abroad leaves the children without the parents, and this is very hard and not good on the long runs. Reasons for the situation now are in the past 25 to 30 years in the past, and they go back to the time when Kyrgyzstan became an independent country and had to completely reorganize its state, its infrastructure, its education management, and its schools. Safety means individual safety. Safety for health, for education in schools, safe environments, that is water, hygienic conditions, building, fresh air, and institutions that keep safety installed and financed. For us as Europeans, that is something that is a kind of self-understood. But when you think about it a minute, it needs a lot of organizations and a lot of time, of thinking and finances to keep up a good education for the young generation. In Kyrgyzstan, reforms are needed. The reforms aim at creating a safe environment, at educating young people to be fully responsible social citizens, making his or her own decision in a democratic country, and to find a place in its society in a globalized working market. At this moment, a lot of people have to leave Kyrgyzstan because there are not enough working places here. We are hoping that when education improves, there will be better chances to work in Kyrgyzstan. People can stay here, and this would be a very stabilizing factor for the country as a whole. Building on the results of the prior EU project, fostering and monitoring the education reforms, and I've seen some of you have been here for the roundtable yesterday, the new project aims at supporting further development of cross-sector partnerships between local authorities, social partner organizations, civil society organizations, and educational establishments. So the idea is to also get all sides together to work for better education in Kyrgyzstan. That is, for example, the Education Ministry also coordinating with the Health Ministry, with the Finance Ministry, the Ministry of Emergency. Results of the project should be the development and promotion of national standards on safe educational environments in the Kyrgyz schools. Capacity building of stakeholders in the field of management and financial provision of safe educational environment at national, at local, and also institutional levels. The development of mechanisms and dissemination of best practices on safe educational environment among local self-government bodies and on national level. That is, we are not working only in Bishkek, but also in all regions of Kyrgyzstan, because it's important to reach all children, not just those living in big cities. How will it be done, you can wonder. A wide range of numerous activities will take place. At first, we are doing analytics. There will be a group of people, intergovernmental, and across different ministries, together with people in society to prepare laws. There will be upgrading of curricula on schools and pedagogical universities on safety issues. And there will be bringing out attention to all stakeholders that are involved in safety and safety management in the field of education. The aim is to install a safety mechanism as well as a financial mechanism to establish pilot programs in schools. There will be 12 pilot schools distributed all over Kyrgyzstan, which will be different challenges in different areas, in the mountains, in the deserts, in the cities. For the team, that is working in this project. It means working on political level, working with ministries, working on local level, with schools, with universities. And so the outcome should be safe educational environments at school in the Kyrgyz Republic. Some of you have already been looking at some pictures we took. I'm very thankful I had the chance to visit schools here, to get to know the conditions, to talk to teachers, to talk to principals. Some of you I see here. This was very interesting, very rewarding to me. We have taken some pictures and also seen how many efforts are already being made at the school to make the best of the existing situation. At the same time, I've seen that there are very many children in some of the schools. Some people tell me most of the schools have many children, which is wonderful, but the situation is sometimes not so easy. So the idea is to create a safe environment that will offer working opportunities for the young generation here in this country, and they will also find a place in a globalized world. So this is why I had the globe on the screen. We have another short video about the project as a whole.
На сегодняшний день в Кыргызстане учатся более миллиона школьников, и каждый родитель хочет, чтобы его ребенок ходил в хорошую школу. Но что такое хорошая школа? Конечно, в первую очередь это достойный уровень преподаваемых знаний. Но даже самые талантливые учителя не смогут передать свои знания, если школьник не обеспечен необходимыми условиями обучения. Проект развития механизмов финансирования безопасности школьной образовательной среды создан для того, чтобы выработать единые и современные стандарты школьных организаций. Каждый ребенок должен получать образование в безопасной и подготовленной среде. Зайдите на сайт safe.edu.kg и узнайте больше о проекте развития механизмов финансирования безопасности школьной образовательной среды.
So, one more slide, please. This is our website where we give you information, and we will be very happy to share with you ideas, wishes, questions. So, next slide, please. We also have a Facebook page that is for communication. So, if there are proposals you have, if there are questions you have, we'll be happy to answer. And you can communicate by easiest just writing on Facebook. This is the address. And if you want to know more about the project, there's also a booklet that you can get at the entry, and there's another presentation that my dear colleague Volodya made where you get more information in Russian, which may be easier to understand or to keep for the long term. We are open to everybody. It's very important for us to know about your wishes, your ideas, your longings, your proposals. We are very happy to be in communication with you, and thank you for your attention.